today we're going to talk about foam rollers, how to use them and where to use them most effectively. Amy Young with Mountain Girl Fitness is here to help me today. She's going to really show us how to use the foam rollers and demonstrate while I do a little bit of talking about it as we go along. All right? So first we're going to start with the quadriceps. A lot of people, we have really tight IT bands, so that band right down the side of the leg, and that's where we have a lot of pain, and people want to start there. Bad spot to start because it's painful. So let's go with the quadriceps first. That's what we would recommend. Now Amy's going to use a foam roller that's a little more advanced. It has all those bumps and ridges in it that you can see. You can buy foam rollers that are less, that don't have those bumps and that are smoother. That's going to be better for someone just starting. So she's simply going to put some body weight on top of it, position that right on the quadriceps, right in the front, put a little body weight, control it, and go up and down. Basically, when you're using a foam roller, what you want to think about is how the muscle lengthens, okay? So if you were to use your quad, how do you use it? You use it by bending. It's right through here. So you're going to go that length of the muscle. And that's really what you're going to do with all of these exercises or stretches, all right? So that's the quadriceps. Now, again, if you're just starting and this is really painful, you want to do it slower. Find a spot that it hurts, kind of let it lay on it, let it sit, kind of work through it, and then start to roll from there.
The other thing you can do is also, if that's not enough, you can do one leg, you can cross the other one. It gives you just a little bit deeper of a roll. And like Kara said, when you find that spot, that ouchie spot, you might want to stop and maybe spend about 20-30 seconds on that. Let that muscle release that tension.
Yep. All right, beautiful. So there's the quadriceps. So next we're going to move right into the IT band and sort of the hips as well. We're going to kind of do those a little bit together. Or not the hips, I apologize, just the IT band. We're going to walk right on that. So again, you're going to get in position just like Amy's doing here, right on the side along that band, kind of starting at the top, and then you're going to roll through.
Now, if that's too painful for you, you can put your front leg in front. That takes a little bit of pressure off the IT band. You'll notice I'm going to roll from the top of my hip all the way down to my knee and back down.
Beautiful. Just like that. And some of you, if you're starting out, you may not have the flexibility and the range and the coordination. Just work on it. It's going to get there. It's going to start to become more natural over time. All right? Next, now we're going to talk about the hips, and we're going to go into the hips and the piriformis. So Amy's going to position sort of sitting on the roll. The piriformis and the glutes, they run across the butt cheek, basically from the hip across this way. That's the way those fibers are going to be running. So you're going to get in this angle like Amy's doing here with the sitting and just roll through that angle a little bit. You can even angle it a little bit more if you want to. Again, these can be sort of painful too, especially through the glutes, so you can sit on it for a little bit and don't put all your body weight down on it. So literally, Amy could just come right up and just basically sit on the roll and get some of that pain out of there before she goes into really rolling it fully.
The other thing that I like to do is if my hips are really tight, I like to just go ahead and just lay over the top of it and just go ahead and just sort of relax and let my body fall down onto the roll. You can bring this leg over the top if you like. That kind of feels good. It's a nice little spinal stretch at the same time, or you can just keep that leg right here. You're going to just have to kind of play with it. People are sore in different areas, and some people have different issues than others. So you're just going to have fun and play with it. And you always want to do whatever you want to try to do it uniformly. So whatever I do on this side, I want to try to roll over and do exactly the same thing on the other side.
Right. Even if one side is tighter than the other, you always want to spend equal time and equal parts on both sides because you don't want to roll one more than the other because you're going to create some imbalances in the body. All right? So next we're going to move right along to the hamstrings. So again, this one's going to be pretty simple because again, this is a muscle that runs lengthwise, so you're going to have a little bit easier of a time going up and down through that motion. Using a little bit of your shoulders and your arms to hold you up, going back and forth as you roll through.
The other thing you can do also is you can bring a leg up, okay, and put more pressure on just one than the other.
Yeah.
Or you can always have one down. Helps you.
Yeah, so it's all about finding the right pressure for you. Another thing to think about whenever you're looking at actually run in 3 heads. So there's 3 different parts to the muscle. So you can angle it a little bit too. So rather than just going straight down, as you saw Amy kind of doing, just sort of angling that leg a little bit to get each part of that muscle. Okay? So last but not least, we're going to go, well actually not the last, calves. Last on the legs. We're going to go right into the calves. So again, this is one way that you can do it. This can sometimes be really hard for people because Amy here has got a lot of upper body strength. She's a fitness trainer, right? So she can lift that body up and really roll in there. That can be really hard for people. So there's other ways to get to these calves. Again, a little more advanced. She's going to bring a leg up and go through that roll.
The other thing that you can do is there are different types of rollers. And this is what they call a stick roller. And this I find to be very, very helpful with the calves.
Yeah.
So this, if you don't have the upper body strength, you can just roll. Helps you get both heads of that calf. You can come on the inside, on the outside, and on the inside. And also you can use this for your IT band. If your IT band is too sore to actually lay on the roller, you can just come right here, okay, and rub it out.
Go right through that. And the nice thing too is for people that are really working hard, if you have a spouse or someone in the household, a roommate, somebody to do it for you, this is a great tool to have because then they can take it for you, they can grab, and they can actually basically go right along that for you and get down in there deep. Because sometimes, let's face it, if it's kind of painful, it's hard for you to put the right amount of pressure on there, right? So with this tool, you can do really any of the things that we just did laying on the bigger foam roller, and I can come in and really just work right through her piriformis, her glutes, come along, get the IT band, get the hamstrings, all of that stuff. Cool? All right, now the last one, we're going to talk about the back a little bit. So Amy's going to show us on the foam roller how to get the upper back a little bit. So again, it's really about just finding those spots, finding where it's a little sore, getting your weight on top of the roller, and just kind of rolling through it, angling it. You have a lot of different muscles in the back, but mostly you're going to do right through the upper, just like she's doing. You can angle the foam roller a little bit to get more into the shoulder blades, so you can actually angle more. Amy's going to angle her body here to get in that, because again, the shoulder blade, you're going to want to open that up a little bit and then just roll into it as well.
Good.
Amy's enjoying rolling, I think, today. So
The other thing is I do have an advanced roll. And this little guy will hurt you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend starting with this. If you've never done a foam roll before, you're going to start with just one without these ridges. Once you progress through that, something like this is very, very helpful. I use it for my hips, okay? You can dig right in there. Inside that hip, get all of those tiny little
yeah, so the
muscles
TFL, the IT band seems to be a trouble spot for most people. It can cause a lot of hip pain, but also a lot of knee pain. So in this IT band, all of these big hip muscles go into that band. That's why it gets so tight. So the TFL is a little tiny muscle right in here, so that she's going to really get into that with this more ridged roller. And then the glutes as well. The glutes that come across are going to go into that IT band as well. So if you can really get those guys loosened up, it's going to really help that IT band give way for you. All right, so I think that's about it. If you have any questions, you're welcome to contact me or Amy, either one. Our websites and phone numbers are on the board. It's mountaingirlfitness.com and alphaomegachiro.com. And the videos will also always be posted on our Facebook pages as well. So that's it, and enjoy.